Welcome to my channel. Quick disclaimer, this video is definitely gonna be worth of every second you're going to spend. So have you ever dreamt of participating in a challenge with very limited video skills? Average UI UX design skills? If yes, then I relate to you because recently I have participated in UXNow Design challenge where the challenge was to design a toolkit for creative flow. Yes, you heard it right. Designers often juggle multiple tools, feedback loops, and creative processes that can either spark inspiration or cause frustration. The challenge is to design a toolkit, platform, or experience specifically for designers aimed at improving their creative flow, collaboration, and productivity. Sounds fun, right? But here's the catch. I haven't worked on Figma or Adobe XD software for months now. And my video skills are also average because last I remember working on those interesting cool graphics was 5 years ago. How am I going to create this particular assignment for the challenge is a challenge in itself. So let me walk you through how I overcome this challenge. But before I break down the process of creating the submission for the competition, let me show you what I actually submitted. Let me break up the process of creating this particular submission for you and a winning entry for the competition. Yes, with all these limited skills, I did win the competition. And here's the process. It started with one entire night of brainstorming, thinking the idea that I can actually work on for the competition. And the thing that really related to me was the feedback loops. We often juggle between multiple feedback loops while working with clients, companies, and whosoever. That thing related to me, and I thought of building a plugin kind of a thing to overcome this challenge and make this process easy for the designers. Now I had two challenges, whether I should create something new or shall I build on something that is already existing. And you guessed it right, we should be building on something that's already existing. Why? Because designers have to learn so many tools already. Why do we want to add one more to their list? So I thought of using the interface that we already have with the Adobe softwares and building on that particular interface. My task has been reduced now and I have made my job a bit easier. I quickly took a screen grab of Adobe Illustrator and used that as a base. Now all I have to do is design a plugin that can seamlessly integrate with the existing Adobe Illustrator software. And that way I don't have to design anything new in terms of visuals. I can use the guidelines that we already have for Adobe Illustrator. That's step 1 towards creating my assignment. Now, major step is how shall I design the plugin, or how shall I reduce the work of people while they are using that plugin? Since this is a time sensitive assignment, because I had very less days to submit this assignment, so I had to ensure that I am using a lot of already existing things to ensure that I'm investing the time on the things that really needed my attention. And that is how I have been managing time for this project. So after my idea was set, after one night of brainstorming, I get into the work, and there I was sitting with my laptop. So first things first, I took a screen grab of Adobe Illustrator so that I have the interface that I have to work with, because of course that tool is going to be integrated into that workspace, and I want the audience to have that idea. Second, I added these images that I created from scratch. I had the idea of creating them from scratch, but I then thought of using the already existing templates, Figma templates that are available on Google. Yes, Google does have a host of Figma templates to offer, which we can leverage for our projects. So I thought of reusing one of those. Here I am with my initial screen ready. Now I need to think about how the plugin is going to be integrated into the interface. And here it is. So I thought of adding this icon here, which is similar to the share icon that we have in the interface already. The initial idea is that you can upload PDF to any design interface so that AI can help you incorporating those comments or feedback that you have received in that PDF. So that was the initial idea that I started working with. Now here's the button that I added for importing PDF comments. Now this will definitely open up a screen from where we can choose the file that we want. So I'm choosing feedback RN and I'll open it. Once that's done, it will open a panel on the right hand side similar to the properties panel that we already have, which says comments. And here we can see all the comments that have been added by the reviewer for the designer. Next, if you see this icon over here, we just have to click it and it will automatically integrate the edit that is related to the element that has been selected for that particular comment. Now, I have to think of what other capabilities or features I want to offer in this particular interface. My major aim was to keep it simple, and hence I started thinking what are the super essential elements that this plugin cannot survive without. And I came up with these two options. First is to revert. The option over here, in case you don't like the update that AI has done for you, you can revert it back. Second was accept. So I needed some way to show that, hey, you know what, AI has done its job, and hence this check icon to show that AI has already incorporated the feedback. One can revert it if they don't like it, but I think these were the two essential features that I wanted to add into this plugin. Next, I have brainstormed the features now, but am I done? Not yet, because there are a couple of other things that I wanted to give consideration to. For example, it's not just one person who is giving the feedback. There are so many reviewers in the team. Maybe if you're working in a large team, maybe you're getting feedback from the CEO of the team, or maybe the team lead of your particular team. So how do we juggle between multiple PDFs that we'll be receiving for a design? And here comes the screen for that. So I updated the import PDF button and added a small icon on the left so that I can use it to tell the person or the viewer or the user of the plugin that how many PDF they have uploaded so far. And it's also an intuitive way of telling them that they can upload multiple PDFs. With that, I have also updated the text once one PDF has been uploaded to import another PDF, so that it's inviting to the user so that they can upload the another PDF they would like. Once they click on that, of course, they can upload another file, and here they are. Keeping it simple again, I just added this eye icon with 1 and 2. People can click or say juggle between 1 and 2 to hide and unhide comments related to a particular document. This is the second feature that I thought was really important to add. These were all the features that I thought of adding in the plugin that I will be offering to the designers. Now you can also see that I have designed this cute logo or icon for the plugin so that the person know that AI is at work. I use some online resources to get this done quickly within a couple of minutes, maybe 15-20 minutes. Oh yes, maybe 30. Okay, so once that's done, I have the base created for my idea. Next, I need to add interaction to this so that the audience can understand like how it's flowing. So I want this to be a workable prototype. I set to work on that, and once that's done, I have my idea ready. Now it's time to think how I'm going to present it. And that, my friend, is the toughest job, I would say. Why? Because I have one option of just sending the video over of the prototype that I have just created. But will it stand out? I doubt. So I really wanted to create a teaser for this particular plugin, and the teaser needs to be fun. Therefore, I thought of seeking some inspiration online, and while searching for inspiration online, I always land on these cute Adobe videos, Adobe Max videos maybe, or Adobe ads. And I really like the upbeat music that they have been using in their videos, and the cut animations for the screens, for the things that they are explaining. So I was really inspired by that, and I really wanted to create something similar to that. And I again get to work because my video skills, as I told you, are very, very limited. And I wanted to achieve something this high. So I thought of again using some templates, reusing them, repurposing them for my teaser. But was it an easy job? And after some research and stuff, I landed on this cool website called Mixit. Yes. Mixit is a super cool website, and it has all the super cool animated stuff to offer. You can also use it for your videos in case you want to add something cool to your videos. But yeah, here I am on this website. So I don't have to create everything from scratch, but I do have to wear the hat of an art director, creative director, to have a direction for the teaser that I want to build for this competition. So I spent a lot of time digging deep into what animations are there that I can leverage for my project, and then I started building the video. Of course, it wasn't an easy job because I have to figure out how to edit these. So yes, this is how my Premiere Pro file looks like, and if you're curious what these templates are, these are the Mogurt, M-O-G-R-T, Mogurt templates. Videos, templates that are available that we can leverage for our projects, and Mixit is offering it for free, and that's the best part. So I pulled a couple of Mogurt files that I liked, and I started updating those files. But I wanted to let you know that Mogurt files are super amazing, and we can do a lot of cool stuff in least amount of time with that. All we have to do is we have to download those Mogurt files from here. Say for example, this is easy peasy, and let's click on this one. It says download free template. We just have to download it. Once that's done, I have to go to my Premiere profile. Here are the graphics. I'll just have to drag and drop that into the library, and from here, once these are done, I can pull in any file that I like. These were a couple of shortlisted ones, and for example, I like this one, 200 days. Say, let's check what this is about. It says 200 days. Here I have uploaded these templates to the libraries, and here are the properties. So it says one, I have to first select this thing. Now all the properties related to this have showed up. These are the master controls. For example, in case I need to change the opacity of something, change the position of things, I can do that accordingly as per my design and stuff. Number, so it says 200. In case I want to update this number to 1000, I can do that. So this is how I can check out the properties and start adjusting that as per my requirement. Here is the text for days. I can update it to whatever I feel like. I can also change the font. For this, font size can also be adjusted, so all these adjustments can be made and I can customize this as per the design requirement that I have. And I was super happy when I got to have all these Mogot files, because now I know that I don't have to create everything from scratch, but I have some tools that I can leverage to create my design. Though I can't adjust the timing of this, so that was a bit tricky for me, because these files have to be taken into Adobe After Effects to adjust the timings, etc. But I saved my time by not going there. I actually created the video once I have everything, and then I reduced the speed of that and started chopping that video off. So from here I started adjusting the speed so that I don't have to do the entire thing for each and every Mogot file that I'm picking up in Adobe After Effects. Now I have the files, but did I just come here and started working on it? I have to go to ChatGPT and seek its help. I explained a lot of ideas, and you know how difficult it could be to get anything from ChatGPT, I would say. So I wanted to use keywords. I wanted to use concise text for the teaser. So I spent hours trying to figure out what content would be apt. I revised the content that I got from ChatGPT. I used some of my words. So I spent a lot of time creating the content for that teaser to excite the audience when they were seeing it, and then worked with the Mogot files to adjust it as per the requirement that I had. And yes, you must be thinking about the music. I know, right? It's such a good music. And I love it too. How did I come across that one? So I was watching a movie on Netflix, I think 2-3 weeks ago. This song really stuck with me, and I really wanted to use it somewhere, and I thought this is a great opportunity to repurpose that song. So I reused that song for this particular video, and that's how I have all the elements that I need for my video. Now all I have to do is cook up the recipe, and that's what I did. Using the Mogot files, I had the intro section. Then I started using the prototype that I have created, cutting it into bits and pieces of overlay text, so that I can help the audience navigate through the ideas that I'm putting forth on screen. Just added some bits and pieces of Mogot file in between the prototype so that it doesn't become boring, and I wanted to keep the excitement alive for the audience. Of course, I had to give it a name, so while I was working on these, I took out some time to think about the name that I can give it, and I thought of using 8 as the name for this plugin. 8 is a combination of AI and D, of course. So AI stands for artificial intelligence, and D stands for designer. And I think throughout my career I have been receiving aid from a lot of people, because they have been telling me a lot of things that I have been using in my work life. Hence I thought of using aid, aka help word, for this particular plugin, and hence that's how I landed on the branding for this one. Okay, so my video is ready. I know, right? Such a tiring task. But I was really happy and excited to see the end result that I have been working on for days. I thought of doing a bit of user testing for this one. And to my surprise, one of the testers found the intro section to be too quick to consume. I had to rework on this particular thing. And yes, I have to do the settings to adjust the speed and everything. I was scrubbing a bit, but I didn't lose hope, because I wanted this to be a nice submission for the competition, and hence I reworked on the entire video to adjust the timings. I re-recorded some of the prototypes so that it's not that too fast and easy to consume. Once that's done, it was time for creating the concept summary. So I worked on the problem statement, solution overview, and the key benefits that this plugin is going to offer, which is seamless integration, unified tool integration, enhanced team collaboration and feedback management, speedy solutions, and flexible control. I used some template online to create this. It took me some time because it was like a small picture that I got, but I reused the elements to create this particular design. Once that was done, it was time to create a visual mockup, and here's the visual mockup for this one. I thought of highlighting the key features again. It took me some time. But I was really happy with the end result. And this is how I was actually able to create submission for the competition. While submitting, I already felt that I have won because everything I did here, I don't think so that has been my skill set, or I have tried it before, but I just took a chance and thought of learning new things in order to have a nice submission for the competition. And I think it all worked out because in the end, the moment they announced the results and called out my name, I think all the time that I have spent on this one was worth it. I could have created everything from scratch, but imagine the time that it would have taken me for that. So I think we need to strategically plan how much time we are going to spend on each and every phase of designing, because not every phase needs us to build things from scratch. Sometimes repurposing things might help you in getting the kick-ass design that you are looking for. I hope you liked this video and must have learned something new, maybe time management, how to work on time constraint projects, or how to repurpose existing stuff, or searching Figma templates from Google, or maybe using the Mogot files that you have not been using so far, or the idea that you need to have a key idea to build something amazing. And that's all for today's video. Feel free to use the comment section to share your thoughts on this design, or in case there's anything that you didn't know but you came to know from this video. And don't forget to like and subscribe the channel, and sharing this video with your friends is a thumbs up.